One sip and you'll know it's true.
Welcome to the Confluence Tap Room Beer Release Weekly Video. Today we got another amazing beer for you.
Well, should we get right to it?
Might as well.
So we've got a new beer. It's kind of like a blast from the past. If anyone remembers Takedown Irish Stout, this is kind of a riff off of that. And it actually has some branding this time. So it's called Thumbwise. And it's in the vein of a dry Irish Stout. I think it's probably kind of burgeoning out of that classification. It's a little, like the body, I think is just a little more than a dry Irish Stout, but it's darn close and it's tasty. And if we did our calculations right, it's 3.9% ABV, so quaffable. Yeah, look at that, nice pour.
It made it.
Cheers.
Don't want to spill any.
Yeah, all right, so Thumbwise, what's in the name? You're gonna have to read the can, but I'll give you a clue. It has to do with the salmon of knowledge and some folklore, some Irish folklore. So, good story. We'll let you read on that. The beer itself, though, have you tried it, Jacob?
Yeah, I tried it out of the Bright Tank. It's delicious, of course. A lot of chocolate, roast notes from the grain. It's indeed dry. Drinks really nicely. I'm glad that it turned out with such a we wanted it to be low ABV, and I think we nailed it. So
yeah, I had one. I think it was last night, and then I had to look at the recipe because I was like, okay, so it's got some chocolate, but it definitely has some roast. So there's a ton of roast in it, balanced by a little bit of chocolate, and then a bunch of flaked barley adds a little bit more dryness in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's I'm glad that we made this style again, and I'm really loving the branding. And definitely check out the can.
Yeah.
There's nice little story in there.
And again, 818 knocked it out of the park for us on the branding, the label design. Way to go. And everybody's Irish one day a year, so get you some Thumbwise and get out there and enjoy.
Being in Iowa, I guess we're Iowa-ish.
We are.
Ba-doom-tsh.
And I actually am Irish. I come from an Irish community. I think if you've watched anything on these videos, you know that. But yeah, cheers, Jacob.
Cheers, John.
Yeah, brewer to brewer.
Brewer to brewer. Here we are.